Hey everyone, welcome to Aastha's Makeup Closet, another episode today. And today we're going to be looking at a monochromatic look, eyeshadow look. I've used the Huda Beauty Sapphire Obsessions palette and done a complete blue eye with a hint of silver. So it's all cool toned and it's all, nice and shimmery, great for going out, great for evenings. So, and the rest of the face I've kept very light. I just didn't want to brighten it up too much, and I haven't contoured or anything. I've just used a bronzer just to warm up the face, and a nice nude lipstick and brown colored mascara. So just to give the lashes a little dimension and a little like make my eyes look a little open. So I haven't used any kohls or anything of the sort. Problem is that most of my makeup kit's lying at the studio where I was shooting with my friend Ronnie Kolla, and so and then the lockdown happened, so I barely have like products at home. So whatever I have, I'm just making do, and this is the look that I came up with. Hope you enjoy. See ya. So the palette that we're going to be using today is the Huda Beauty palette. It's the I think Sapphire Obsessions. Yeah, Sapphire Obsessions. This is what it looks like. And since it's going to be a monochromatic look, I'm going to be using just this palette, and I'll keep pointing out the shades that I will be using. My skin's already prepped, and I'm going to start with an eyeshadow primer. So let's get into a nice monochromatic look. So the first thing that I'm going to do is prep my under eyes and let it sit there. I like to use this around the corners of my mouth also, because they tend to get a little dry and then foundation starts to grab. So like so. So the eyeshadow primer that I'm going to be using today is the Sigma eyeshadow base primer. It's a nude shade, looks like this, and we're going to start with this. So just apply a rough layer so that we can just blend this with a nice synthetic brush and get that done with. So this is a no-name synthetic brush, and I'm just gonna pat this into place and slightly blend it out. See? So an eyeshadow primer that's slightly lighter is good for colors that are going to be that need the pigment to show through or are going to be slightly lighter as well. So it's better to go in for something that's lighter than your skin tone. So the lighter the eyeshadows, the lighter your primer should be if you want the pigments to show through. So I'm going to be starting with the transition shade, which is going to be this one. The names, unfortunately there are no names to these eyeshadows, so yeah, this one. Yeah. I will also be using this product, which is a brush cleaner. It's from Sephora. So it removes powder from brushes, so it's basically a sponge. So what you do is when you tap in your eyeshadow and you want to use the same brush for another eyeshadow, all you need to do is just swirl it around and clean it up. soft strokes just through the crease. I don't always do the windshield wiper, sometimes I do, and I don't set my primers, you know, because for the simple reason that I like my pigments to show through. I like the eyeshadow colors to pop. So one of the reasons why I'm not very fond of setting the primer. Going in with the same shade and just blending through the crease. Now if you hold your brush at an angle like this, it's going to focus the eyeshadow right in the crease. It's not going to take it up and it's not going to take it down. It's going to be focusing it right there. And if I take it at an angle, then you will notice that the eyeshadow comes a little downwards as well. So right now it's concentrated right in the crease. See? Onto the other eye. Always start with this corner here where you feel your eye socket. Just start with the corner there and then move forward. Take it in smaller circles. And then once it becomes a little smooth, you can do eyeshadow windshield wiper motions as well. A very light hand so that your eye doesn't move too much. That's where brushes are super important, you know, the kind of brush that you use. So this was the number 2 BH Cosmetics. So now that we have this, the next shade that I'm going to go in for is going to be a slightly deeper shade, which is going to be this one. So I'm going to be using the same brush. I'm just going to give it a little swirl here. Tap off the excess and then start right in the crease. See? Always tap your brush so that you tap off the excess. And you will notice that eyeshadows are going to go in smoother as soon as you start layering them. Because then it's a layer of powder on top of a powder. So they just become more smooth. See? Keep a blending brush that's absolutely clean with you at all times. So this is my Huda GSN 10 brush. I'm going to be keeping this for blending. It's a clean brush. And this is just to blend out the colors that you've already laid down. Should you need something lighter to blend it even further, what we can do is we're going to go in with this color here on the blending brush, and we're going to blend with that. Tap off the excess. Now the other side, just soft circular motions just to blend this out. And then taking that lime green again, tap off the excess and blend it further. You can take that color over the navy blue that you just put. Now, I feel I need a little more on this eye. See? With that done, the next color that we're going to go in for is going to be the outer corner, so basically a V. And for that I'm going to be picking up a smaller blending brush, or I think, yeah, this would be a better brush, an angle brush. This is by Sigma, it's the number E70. This is what it looks like. So I'm gonna be going in with this color. Tap off the excess. That's how the color should be on your brush. And we take it in a slanting motion here. Tap off the excess and add color. You can use the same blend angle brush and take that color up slightly into the crease as well. Same thing, the next eye. Tap off the excess. Start patting down the color. The brushes that you use are very important. I always say, and I believe so, that your tools are very important, very important. Your eyeshadow is as good as your blending techniques, of course, your technique, and as well as the brushes that you use. If you use a good quality brush, the color laydown is going to be fantastic, the blending is going to be great. And of course, you need the skill to handle it, but let the tools work for you as well. So always invest in a good set of brushes. Apologies, that just went a little. You can see I have fallout here. Don't worry about that, we're going to be cleaning it up. So with that sorted, let's take a blending brush again, the clean blending brush, and give it a little whirl. I like to flick my shadows up for the simple reason that it gives a nice pulled up feel, a look. So it's sort of instead of making your eyes look droopy, it kind of takes them up at an angle, which looks great. So now we need to go in with a lid color, and the lid color that I've chosen for today is, or maybe we can go in for 2-3, that's not a problem. So I'm gonna start with this color in the middle, in the center, or maybe we should do this. I'll do this one, and probably then this in the inner corner. Yeah, so I'll start with this. So for that we need a packer brush. So packer brushes look like so. So this is an Inglot brush, 16 pp/s, so that means it's a synthetic brush. So now I'm going to take that shimmering shadow on my brush, and then I'm going to spray the brush with MAC Fix Plus, which is this product which I spoke about yesterday as well, and for best color payoff. And let's have a look. So I've done that. That's the shadow on the brush. Take it, spritz it, and watch. Check out the color payoff. That's a stunning shadow. Tap it over the navy blue shadow as well, just to blend out both of them. See? That's the magic of Fix Plus. Now, with a smaller packer brush, which is going to be the Sigma smudge. I like these smudging brushes, you know, for the inner corner. So I'm going to do the same thing, but with this shade. Again, spray your brush with Fix Plus and start. On the other eye, you know, if your brush is slightly wet, it's okay to dip into your eyeshadow palette. That's not going to create a problem, but with a soaking wet brush, it's better not to dip into your eyeshadow palette, as it can lead to a hard pan. By hard pan I mean, you know, the pan that the eyeshadow is in, the shadow tends to get a little hard, and then you have to scrape off the top and just, you know, just to get it working again. A little more intensity onto this side. These colors are gorgeous. There you go. I'm just gonna pat it on. If you want more color payoff, always pat on an eyeshadow. If you want to blend it, then use sweeping motions or swiping motions like so. So yeah, I'm just going to take my blending brush and blend these two shadows, the middle one and the outer one, and then of course a little blend here. Perfect. So this looks good. For the inner corner highlight, I'll be using my face highlighter. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to do my brows, and I'm going to do the rest of my face, and I'm going to be back and we'll do the lower lash line. Hey everybody, I'm back. So let's start with the lower lash line, and I basically did my face. I didn't wear a contour, I just bronzed it up a little bit, just a very light blush, a nude lipstick, some mascara. I used a brown one from MAC, and yeah, I'm just gonna brush my brows up, and basically that would be the finished look. So let's get started with the lower lash line. So we want to take a brush that's really small, something like this, and I'm gonna start with this color. Always make sure that you join the eyeshadow in the corner, in the outer corner especially. I don't like Beautylicious brushes, they're just very scratchy on the eyes. With that done, I'm gonna take a slightly bigger brush, like so. This is one from Inglot. We just use this, and I'm going to take the green color. Just give it a little swirl. Excuse the perspiration. It's really hot, like in front of the lights and everything. It's just super hot. Just buffing out the lower lash line like this. And to add a little bit of depth, I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm going to use the navy blue color, this one. Just in the outer corners. And join it to the eyeshadow above. So now you can see this line that's happened. So what we need to do is just take the blending brush that we had and blend it into place. Anywhere you feel that you've gone slightly overboard, just clean it up. With the concealer. See, there you go. Perfect. I'm just going to take this on the lower lash line. And blend out all the colors. A little more needs to be added to the lower lash line. I'll just that about intensifies the look. So this is a monochromatic eye look. You know, this is something that we studied in makeup schools and all of that, and I'm referring over here to my fellow classmates at makeup school. So if anybody's confused about a monochromatic eye or something on similar lines, it's basically shades and tones and tints of a single color. So this is all blue, all cool toned, and that's the finished look. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I'll see you in the next one.